All right, look, man, I'm excited to show you what I've got going so far. So, like, the only way that I'm able to offer a solution like this is because I'm not coming from like a marketing company who's just trying to market for another company. Like, I'm coming from a place of I've owned businesses, I've ran businesses, I've encountered a lot of problems, and I know what type of service I would want for my own business. So that's kind of my take on what I'm going to provide. It's yeah, it's definitely comes from a place of how can I provide more value. I'm constantly asking myself how I could provide more value. So what we got here is essentially, you have a form. This is what they'll get when they call your business and somebody doesn't answer, or it's busy, or they hang up before somebody answers. They're going to get a link that's going to go to this form. Just fills out their general info. They agree to the terms and conditions, which is necessary. Get your quote now. That'll send them over to this page where they can input the year, make, model, the mileage, and the VIN. And they hit next, and it says, thank you. Somebody will get a hold of you shortly. So, real quick, here's the pipeline of each step that you're walking the customer through. So, they start off as a new lead. They could become a cold lead, lead engaged, form submitted, quote, appraisal scheduled, cash offer, and deal. And the reason why I wanted to show you this first is because now I'm going to show you kind of the back end and what I've created to kind of automate your potential customers down this pipeline and get them to be customers. So what that looks like, this is the workflow, man. And this is like, I know for sure, like I'm positive that there's nobody else out there that's offering what I'm offering. Like I'm sure maybe like for a big corporation, they have a team of guys that are working on a project to build out automation and workflows like this. But there's no one guy that's going out there and offering what I'm offering to companies. So we'll go through it. So basically at the top, right, what triggers this workflow is an unanswered call. It's busy, canceled, voicemail, or no answer. Okay. So when that happens, that triggers this automation. The automation then will create the opportunity in the new lead stage, right? Like the pipeline I just showed you, they're now going to be a new lead in that pipeline. And it's going to instantly shoot them a text message that says, hi there, sorry we missed your call. CarStub offers the quickest and easiest way to sell your vehicle. Click the link below for a free no obligation quote now. And the link and tells them that they can opt out by replying bye. So when they click this link, what it's going to take them to is this right here. First name, last name, phone, and email. And so once it sends that, it's going to wait for 5 minutes or wait for them to click this link, which that link is a trigger. It's a trigger to move them on to the next step. So after 5 minutes, if they still have not clicked the link, it's going to go over here to no, they have not clicked the link. So that means they called the business, missed the call, and we sent them a text message with a link, and they never even clicked it. So what we send them there is just here again, just checking back one last time to see if we could be of service. We won't text you again unless we hear back from you. Or whenever you're ready, just click the link below to get started. So it sends them the link again. And If they do click the link right away, or if they click the link over there after we send the second time, that triggers them to go here. And that will move the opportunity to lead engaged. So it'll move them to the next, it'll move them here to lead engaged because they clicked the link. So they've engaged with you. Now it's going to wait for the contact info. If after 5 minutes, after 5 minutes, they still have not submitted the contact info, which is this first form, okay? If they still haven't submitted it, what it's going to do, it's going to send them a text message, and it's going to say, form incomplete. We would love to purchase your vehicle. However, we need more info. Whenever you're ready, just click the link again. And that's taking them back to that page, to that form, okay? Now, after a day, if they still haven't clicked the link and we sent it the second time, so no, what it's going to do is it's going to send them another message. Are you still interested in selling your car? And reminding them that they could text bye-bye to be taken off our list. So it's going to wait again. And if they answer in a positive way, saying yes, they're still interested, then it just simply sends them a text that says, okay, great, just click the link below to resume the process. If they answer and they're not interested anymore, then it's going to go into lead gone cold. So back here in the pipeline, it'll go to cold lead. Now let's back up a little bit. What if they did submit the contact info? Yes, they did submit it. Well, then it's going to update the contact, their first name, last name, email, and phone number, because those are that's what we're collecting on this form: first name, last name, phone number, and email. Because up until this point, all we have is the phone number that they called from when there was a missed call. So it'll update all that, and it'll wait for the vehicle info. So after they submit this, right, it's going to update everything. It's going to go to this form. And now it's going to wait again for them to fill out the vehicle info. So if they did not fill out the vehicle info after 5 minutes, right, it's going to go over here and it's going to shoot them a text message that says, form incomplete. We'd love to purchase your vehicle. However, we need more info. Whenever you're ready, just click the link again. And it'll send them back. So if they click the link, yes, bam, it'll send them back over there. If they don't click the link, then we're just going to ask them, are you still interested? And this is after 1 day. Are you still interested in selling your car? And it's going to wait again. And if they're interested, it's going to send them a text message that just says, okay, great, just click the link below to resume the process. If not, it's going to put them in the lead gone cold. It's going to put them in the cold lead section of the pipeline. Okay. But let's say, yes, they did submit their vehicle info. Then what's going to happen is it's going to update the vehicle info. So it's going to update their file, and it's going to put in the year, make, model, mileage, VIN number, and phone number, confirm the phone number of the file. So now you have all of their contact information and you have their vehicle information. And once that's input, then it's going to update to form submitted in the pipeline. See, after lead engaged, you have form submitted. So that means they've engaged, they've clicked the link, they've went on there, they've filled out the entire form, and now they're in the form submitted bucket of your pipeline. Then what we're going to do here is we're going to gather that information. And I've already emailed the developers over at Mannheim and at Kelley Blue Book, and I'm trying to get access to an API integration so we can integrate with their system so that we can gather this info and we can send it to their platform and input it in their system and come back with a generalized idea of how much the vehicle is worth. Okay, So once it comes back, so this is sending the data out to those platforms, then we're going to wait, and then it's going to come back to our platform, and we're going to save it on the file with the contact and the opportunity. And then what it's going to do is it's going to email the contact and says, hey, first name, we would love to purchase your, and then it inputs, these are called custom values, where you see these in the quotations. These are custom values that I'm able to put here, and it's going to be automatically, it's going to say whatever value is stored in that custom value. So we would love to purchase your 2008 Cadillac CTS. Click the link below for your no obligation quote. And remember, this is just an estimate. We're going to need someone out there to appraise your vehicle, and in parentheses, and bring cash to purchase it from you. Because like you said, you want them to be very aware that we're coming out to purchase the car. So click down here for your free quote. We look forward to doing business with you. Okay. And from there, they're going to click the link. It's going to pull up the PDF file with their quote, the range, $10,000 to $15,000 or whatever that may be. And it's also going to send them a text message, because we've been communicating through text message because that's how people prefer to communicate. So it's going to send them a text message that just says your quote is ready. Check the inbox for contact email. So whatever their email address is. Remember, this is an estimated value. Next step will be to schedule a time for our team member to come appraise and purchase your vehicle. Okay, so they're going to then move from the form submitted bucket in the pipeline to the quote bucket in the pipeline. So over here, they'll move from form submitted to quote. See how we're just walking them down the process to making them a customer. So once they move there, then we've given them a few minutes, right? We've given them a few minutes to 3 minutes now. We'll make it 5. We've given them 5 minutes to take a look at the quote, and they probably are either wanting to move forward or they're saying, no, that's not going to be enough. So sends a text message to them that just says, so what do you think? Are you ready to move forward? And that's it. So they're either going to say yes or no, or they're not going to reply. So if they do not reply at all, then it sends them over here, no reply, and it just puts them back on a text. We'd love to purchase your vehicle. However, we need to know if you would like to move forward. Whenever you're ready, just click the link. Again, another trigger link. Okay, so it'll wait for a day and see if they click the link. If they did, then it's going to send them back over here to schedule an appointment. If they didn't, we'll send, another text just saying, are you still interested in selling your car? And we're going to wait for them to reply. We'll wait for contact reply. We'll wait for like a day. Okay, so we'll wait for a day, or they reply, whichever comes first, asking if they're interested. If they still don't reply, then that lead's gone cold. They're going to move to the cold bucket. If they did reply, then we're just going to reply to them, and we're going to say, okay, great. Just click the link below to resume the process. It's simple. We're just trying to catch all the loose ends. Anybody who's kind of veering off from the process of selling you their car, we're just catching them, and we're reeling them back in and getting them back into the pipeline, into the funnel, and moving towards becoming a customer. So where were we at? Yeah, right here. So that's if they didn't reply. So if they did reply, you asked if they want to move forward. Yes, they did reply. Do you want to move forward? Let's say that they said, no, we don't want to move forward. Okay. So if they say they don't want to move forward, what would that reason be, right? They've been engaging in the steps leading up to this. They've gone as far as getting a quote from you, but now they don't want to move forward. it's probably because that quote did not give them a number that they were hoping to see. So, at which case, we're just going to hand it over to AI. Okay. We're going to engage the AI chatbot. And now, what? Look at the detail that goes into this. Okay. So, this AI chatbot, as you can see here, uh, you're able to give additional instructions and assign a personality. So the personality is about you. You are a rock star salesman for car stub. Objectives. You're given a single question to ask at every reply. Keep at it. Continue the conversation by following the question exactly. You can develop new responses based on the prospect's remarks, but nudge the prospect around the question in your reply. If a user has a specific business query about CarStub, you can refer our wiki to answer that. Meaning, if they ask, where are you guys at, or how long you guys been around, or anything like that, the chatbot is going to look that information up instantly on Wikipedia, and it's going to reply with that info to the customer. Be patient. If the customer is not interested, get them to stay and continue to talk. You can only give up after trying 3 times. Keep the conversation around the script question. Follow all instructions for the conversation. Okay, and the additional instructions are ask the script question. You are persistent. If they are not interested, get them to stay and talk. Keep the conversation around the script question. Keep at it till you try at least 3 times. When addressing objections, first acknowledge the prospect's point. Next, inquire if you may pose a quick question or just one additional point. After that, seamlessly return to the scripted question as usual. Maintain a casual, easygoing attitude, showing professionalism while keeping the conversation light, giving an impression of ease and detachment from the conversation's end result. Keep your response concise, under 20 words. Try to mirror the prospect's manner, phrasing, and how they talk. Using phrases as, instead of, I understand, say, I see what you mean. Instead of, I apologize for the confusion, say, sorry for the mix up. Instead of, I can assist you, say, happy to help. Examples of what not to say. I don't understand your response. Wait, what did you say? I apologize for the confusion. Sorry if that didn't make sense. I understand your concern, but I assure you our team is made up of highly trained professionals. Yeah, it makes sense. Why, you'd be concerned, but trust me, our team is really good at what we do. Speak like effective replies. Ask the question if it is not answered already. If the question is answered, ask the prospect to expand on it. The question is, how much would it take for you to sell your car? How much money would it take for you to sell your car? So we're going to give up to 2 hours before the chatbot expires, right? So it's just going to try to conversate back and forth with them, getting them to answer that question, because that's probably the question that made them respond that they don't want to move forward, is that it wasn't enough money. So the question is, well, how much is enough money? And it's going to just go back and forth with them and try to get that condition met, right? Otherwise, it times out or there's no condition met. And so from here, it's either no condition met, it times out, or the condition is met. If the condition is met, it's going to send a notification to a specific user who will be the manager and let them know that somebody didn't want to move forward after they received their quote, but then they actually name their price. So he can look at that and he can say, yeah, they're out of their mind. They're not getting that. I'm not even going to respond, or whatever he wants to do. These two, it'll just lead gone cold. Okay. So that's when you ask if they want to move forward. So let's say they say, yeah, let's do it. Okay. They respond with a positive, yes, they want to move forward. So then what will happen is they'll get a text message that says, okay, great, let's schedule a time. Click below to schedule. Just select the map that represents your location, then pick a time slot for our appointment. Please be prepared to sell your car at this time. And when they click on this, what it's going to take them to, and I know that these aren't the exact territories, but I've really looked into it, and the best way to be able to do this, you were saying everybody's supposed to have territories. This is really the only way to be able to continue with automating, because otherwise it would have to be scheduled on a calendar. That one calendar would have to go to a dispatcher, like we discussed, and we're trying to avoid that, right? We want to automate as far into this as we can. So the way to continue the automation without just sending everybody the appointment is like this. So North Orange County, West LA, San Fernando, like we can make all these different territories, and the people know where they live. Oh yeah, I live in San Fernando Valley. So they'll click that, and then it's going to take them in here, and this schedule is assigned to a specific user. Whoever the rep is for that area is assigned this calendar. And so these times won't be available if that rep already has an appointment at that time, right? So it's showing them only available times. It's giving the customer the opportunity to book a 2-hour time slot. See, it says here, schedule an appointment to sell your car. Team member will be there within the scheduled time slot. Please be ready to sell your car. You will receive a text message when our team member is 30 minutes out. So they actually get more text messages than that, but that's just what it says there. I can change that. So what it's going to do is it's going to wait for the appointment, right? And the trigger links are going to be specific links based on which calendar they pick. So let's say they pick the South Bay calendar, right? They click on South Bay. So that link that takes them to the South Bay calendar is a trigger link. Like I was explaining earlier, that's going to trigger a set of automations. And so it will assign it to the South Bay rep. Okay, so that will all be assigned automatically. So now the South Bay rep has that lead in their CRM, and they're ready to move forward. And so from here, right, all of these processes are the same. They're just they're happening to a different assigned rep, whichever assigned rep is for that territory. So what happens right away when the customer clicks South Bay and schedules their appointment, an automation call is going to bridge the customer. So what that means is that a call is going to be placed. Look, if the contact has been assigned to a user, the event will call the user and play the whisper message, which is somebody has booked an appointment with you Monday, January 1st at 8 a.m. Press any key to connect to customer and confirm. And when the rep presses any key, it's going to bridge a call to the customer. And now the customer's getting a call with their rep directly on the line, and they're going to be able to confirm the appointment. Also, all of these calls are recorded for training purposes. So you're able to look back on them and see how you can improve if these calls aren't going well. So it bridges the call. So now the customer and the sales rep have spoken directly and they've confirmed the appointment, right? So what's going to happen then is it's going to update the appointment status, and it's going to update to appraisal scheduled stage in the pipeline. So back here in the pipeline, we're going to move from quote to appraisal scheduled. And then from there, one day before the appointment, it's going to send an SMS reminder to the customer, and it's also going to give an internal notification. It's going to send an SMS to that sales rep, and it's just going to let them know you're scheduled to meet with Jose tomorrow at 8 o'clock a.m. Okay. And that's just a reminder for him. Then it's going to wait until the next day. Then 2 hours before the appointment, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to send an SMS to the customer, and it's going to send an SMS to the sales rep saying 2 hours until your appointment. Then 30 minutes before the appointment, it's going to, I got to update that to say 30 minutes, but I know it's set for 30 minutes. See, 30 minutes before the appointment. So 30 minutes before the appointment, it's going to send an SMS to the customer from the user saying, hey, I'm on my way. I'll see you in 30 minutes. And it's going to send an SMS to the sales rep that just says your appointment starts in 30 minutes. It's going to have the contact name, the address, the year, the make, the model, and the contact and the reports. So whether we get approved through KBB or through MRR first, whatever, those reports are going to be attached to that custom value so that the sales rep has it as they're pulling up to the appointment with all the information right there ready to go. Now, when the meeting starts, it's going to notify the sales rep that, hey, you need to input the offer amount, update custom value offer. So that's just letting them know, because that needs to happen for it to kick off the next step. So they meet with them, they offer them $5,000. They put the offer in, right? Let's say they don't put an offer in, okay? If they don't put an offer in, what's going to happen is there's going to be a notification again sent to the manager and saying, hey, this sales rep went on an appraisal appointment, and they didn't place an offer. So then it's going to notify the manager, hey, you need to call this sales rep so that you can see why there was no offer placed, okay? If they did make an offer, then it's going to update the opportunity to cash offer bucket, right? And it's going to notify everybody, all the sales reps, all the managers, hey, Josh just made a cash offer. And that's just, fun competition, keep you guys all kind of, involved and competitive. So, yeah, man, that's what I've got. Then I'm going to also create another workflow that's going to be separate from this one, and it's going to be triggered by the sales rep moving them from cash offer to deal. Once they move them to deal, that means the deal is signed, and that is going to kick off another automation that's going to start consistently requesting reviews from the customer. I know it's a lot, man. The video is kind of long. It's taken me a lot of man hours to build this out, but I'm excited, man, because I know that there's nobody else. There's nobody else that is offering this type of customization to their clients. I promise you that. So, yeah, man. Oh, and also, by the way, let me show you this as well. Hold on. Can I move this thing? No, it's not going to let me. You're in my way. No, I don't want that. Anyways, I was going to show you in the settings that the A2P phone number verification has been confirmed. So the phone number is good. It's ready to go, man. We can start. Really, we can start forwarding. I would like to get the API integration set up with KBB or MRR, but we can move forward without that for now. Like I think this thing is built out, man. I think it's definitely ready to be plugged in and press play. So hit me up, bro. I'll talk to you soon.